Are you learning Kotlin and running into an error that says property getter or setter expected? You're not alone. This is a common issue for many beginners, and today we're going to solve it together. I totally get how frustrating it can be when you're trying to write code and an error pops up out of nowhere. It can feel like you're hitting a brick wall. But don't worry, we will break this down step by step. Let's look at the specific situation. One user shared that they are trying to create a class in Kotlin for arithmetic operations. They wrote a class called sum, but encountered an error when defining properties. Sound familiar? Let's dive into the details. So what's going wrong here? The error message, property getter or setter expected, usually indicates that there's a syntax issue with how properties are defined in your class. Let's clarify how to properly declare properties in Kotlin. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a quick tip that will help you avoid similar errors in the future. To resolve the error, the user needs to correct the declaration of the properties in the class. In Kotlin, when declaring multiple properties, they should be separated by commas, but the user must also specify the type for each property separately. Next, the user should ensure that the properties are initialized properly. In Kotlin, properties can be initialized directly in the constructor or within the class body. After making these changes, the user can create an object of the class without encountering the error. The object can be created as shown in the original code. Finally, the user should test the code to ensure that the addition method works correctly and returns the expected result. Fun fact, Kotlin was designed to be fully interoperable with Java, which means you can use Java libraries in your Kotlin projects. So if you ever feel stuck, remember that you have a wealth of resources at your fingertips. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution suggests that you should declare properties on separate lines to avoid the error. This is because Kotlin does not support declaring multiple properties on the same line. Once you separate them, Kotlin will automatically generate the necessary getters and setters for you. Additionally, you can simplify your class by using primary constructor syntax. This allows you to declare and initialize properties in one line, making your code more concise. That's it for that response. Let's explore another one. An alternative solution provided by another user simplifies the class definition. They suggest declaring the properties directly in the primary constructor, which eliminates the error. The add function can also be streamlined to return the sum directly. That's all for that response. Let's see what someone else had to say. An alternative solution to the error you're encountering suggests that in Kotlin, you cannot declare and initialize two field variables on the same line. This is because Kotlin expects a default getter and setter for each variable. When you declare them together, the second variable requires you to define your own getter and setter due to incorrect syntax. To fix this, you can either declare the getter and setter separately or correct the syntax by declaring each variable on its own line. Here's a quick tip. Always declare your properties clearly and separately when needed. This small change can save you a lot of headaches down the line. And there you have it. By making these simple adjustments, your Kotlin class should work perfectly now. If you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button for more coding tips and tricks. Keep coding, and remember, every error is just a step towards becoming a better programmer.